Hello there. I'm Danny. This is Tamika, and we practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the greater Minnesota area. We're here today to talk about tricking your opponent into passing your guard a little bit so you can take advantage with a sweep. The sweep we're going to talk about today is called the spring sweep. At least that's how I learned it. It could be called anything at your gym. What it's going to involve is making a hook on one side of our opponent with either our spider or our lasso, and then we're going to allow them to pass, or we're going to go underneath them to get the sweep. Alright? So we're going to start from open guard, and I'm going to use either a spider hook or a lasso hook to tie down one side of my opponent, and then I'm going to allow her to pass the other way, or I'm going to pull myself underneath. Either way works just fine. And then we'll end up on top with the spring sweep. So we're going to start from open guard. I'm going to throw either a spider hook or my lasso guard in to tie down one side of my opponent, and then I'm either going to go underneath them on that same side, or I'm going to allow them to pass. I'll show you both ways. Either way works, but the idea is we're going to get a hook in place so that we can pivot around them instead of having to deal with their force head on. It's really, really useful if you're the smaller grappler on the bottom and you need to recruit a bunch of leverage to get them to go over. Alright, let's take a look. So, how I get into both my spider and my lasso is the same. I'm not going to spend any time on it today. If you want to see it, holler in the comments. I put my spider hook in. Now sometimes they like to stand up on this side. The sweep works exactly the same if they do that. But because our camera is somewhat limited, we're going to be staying on our knees here. So I'm going to put my spider hook in. I'm going to take this foot that's on the other side, the one that's on her hip, and I'm going to move it across her body. I'm going to put my shin right across her belt. I'm going to hook with my toes around the side of her here. Now both my feet are on the same side of her body, so she can go this way if she wants to. Totally fine. Come on back. If she doesn't, I'm going to force that angle by going underneath this near leg. See here. I'm going to pull on this spider hook, and I'm going to load her up on this leg. Sweeping her right over. Coming up to the top. In an eva. I like better. So we're going to move to open guard. I have double sleeve control in this case. Move to my open guard. Maybe she's not doing anything yet. So I'm going to put my spider hook in. Once I've got my spider hook in place and I've got this arm under control, I'm going to move my foot from her hip to my shin across her belt. Now I'm going to go underneath this near leg. I'm going to pull toward me, loading her up on this knee. Once I'm here, I extend both my legs, coming up on top. It works the exact same way if I have a lasso hook on this side instead of the spider hook, right? I'm here, so maybe the spider's not my thing, and I throw the lasso in instead. Right? Got good lasso control here. I come across her belt, hook with my toes, I go under the knee, and I load her up onto that lasso. The only difference is now her arm is tangled up in here. If whatever you're doing, it's legal to bicep cut her, we just bicep cut her. But if I can't, and I usually can't, I lift my hip up, they'll take that arm out on their own, and just go to the knee. So again with the lasso hook, go 1, 2, put my lasso in, and I'm here. I come across her body, and I'm here. Now if they decide to walk around me, I just go under the leg, and up we go. Cut her, or don't. It's up to you. So as you can see, the idea is pretty simple. I'm just getting the proper angle underneath her is kind of the hard part. So if you go underneath that leg, you'll kind of pull your head towards her lap. That's going to bring that proper angle in. Or they might run around your head, or they might run around your legs, rather, to get to the other side because they feel like they can pass, right? So that's an illusion. That's a trick. So she can't actually pass. It's not safe because you have that hook tied down, right? So no matter how I've got this hook in, this gives me control over this side of her body. I can move this side wherever I want, kind of toward me or away from me. So if I allow her to go around, that's the angle you want, right? You wanted to go there anyway. So what I like to do is sort of agree with their decision, whatever it is. It's a lot less work. Alright, so that was a spring sweep from both the spider hook and the lasso hook. Same concept either way. Give it a whirl. Could be fun. See you soon.